Let me ask you a question. Have you noticed that we have coaches for just about everything in life today? I remember when I was a kid, I had like a PE coach and, for everything. But today we've got soccer coaches, we've got baseball coaches, football coaches, we've got workout coaches that teach us how to get in shape. We've got nutrition coaches, we've got spiritual coaches, we've got a coach for everything under the sun. Yet when it comes to one of the most important aspects of our life, our finances and money, I would have to say that most of us do not have a money coach. And I would say most of America is losing at the game of money. For example, would you know the difference between an asset and a liability? Would you know the difference between passive income and linear income? And for most people, the answer is no. And that's why I believe everybody should have some sort of wealth coach or money coach. My name is Sean Herrick, and for the last decade and a half, I've had the privilege and honor to teach the concepts of wealth and prosperity to many, many, many people. And the people I've helped go on to have great and fantastic lives and very just prosperous businesses. They've all been able to answer two questions very simply, and I'm going to ask you the same two questions. Question number one, if you were to look in the mirror and ask yourself, have I arrived at where I want to be in life? If you go back in time and think like when you're 5, 10, 15 years old and you're riding your bicycle or your tricycle and thinking one day when I grow up, I want to be this, or I want to be at this point. I want to drive that dream car, live in that dream home. Can you look in the mirror and say, I have arrived, I've achieved that level of success? For the answer for most of us is probably no. And maybe you've been a victim of the economy. Maybe you hate your job. Maybe you've been downsized, laid off, supersized, upsized. I don't know. Maybe you've lost a home, had a bankruptcy. Maybe you know someone who has. The good news is it's not your fault and it's not too late. You can make a change. The second question, do you have a plan of action to get where you want to go? Do you have a written plan of how you're going to get there? I've had lots of conversations with tens of thousands of people, and I've heard the same thing, like, well, Sean, I've done this, I've tried that, I started this business, and, I've this and that. And what I've learned is that, it's not always the business that fails, it's the person that fails. And not because they're not good, but it's a lack of leadership. If you want to succeed in math, you need to have a math coach. If you want to succeed in being physically fit, you got to have a workout coach. You got to have a trainer. If you want to succeed at the game of money, you've got to have a money coach. So here's what I'm willing to do. I'm going to give you 10 minutes of free coaching. Now, probably ask, well, Sean, why 10 minutes? Well, after tens of thousands of people and gazillions of conversations, I've found out that in about 10 minutes, I can find out if you're truly ready for a change in life. And we can have some serious conversations about money in that 10 minutes. We might talk about assets and liabilities, of how most Americans buy liabilities that take money out of their pocket. I might share how I bought a liability, a very exotic sports car, and turn that liability into an asset. Because every time I drove down the street and stopped, someone would ask me, what I did for a living. And that conversation turned into hundreds of thousands of dollars in income, therefore making my liability, my car, into an incredible asset. So in that 10 minutes, we'll talk about whether or not we can work together. So all I ask is that you identify yourself to me, that you're serious. Simply take about 20 seconds, and in the box below where it says Contact Sean, put your name, phone number, and email, and within 24 hours, I will get back to you personally, and we'll spend about 10 minutes on the phone talking about a plan of action, how to get you where you want to go in life. Once again, thanks so much for stopping by my site. I look forward to working with you, and I will see you at the top. Have a great day.